Welcome to the World Series of Boxing. It all comes down to this, the final week of the WSB Season 6 regular season. With some teams looking to make a statement and others fighting to stay in the competition, the stage is set for a dramatic conclusion. Havana, Cuba is one of the most passionate cities on earth, and nowhere in the competition do the boxers have more pressure to perform than under the lights of the Ciudad Deportiva Coliseo. The Cuban Domadores and Ukraine Ottomans have emerged as genuine title contenders this season, and their Group A showdown will determine who would be top of the group and secure a home quarter-final.
So category C2 is the 49-kilogram light flyweights who get us underway here in Havana. Kozaruk trying to fire back, but he's being overwhelmed here. The more accurate work coming from Arguilagos. Beautiful movement on the back foot. So Johannes Arguilagos does a little dance of delight after getting the Cuba Domadores off to a winning start here in Havana. Well, the quality keeps on coming for the Cuba Domadores. Up next, 2012 Olympic champion Robertsy Ramirez. 1-2 combination, and down goes Solovyov. And Robertsy Ramirez demonstrating every facet of the game here. Punch picking off the back foot. Wonderful movement, dipping at the knees. And it's target practice now for Ramirez. Well, the announcement of the decision, a mere formality. Robertsy Ramirez has his hands raised. He gives the Domadores a 2-0 lead, and he was masterful during that performance. The Ottomans need to respond here. Yasniel Toledo with a wonderfully fast start, sharp shooting punches, penetrating the guard of Posotsky. Uppercuts at short range. Wicked body shots doubling over Posotsky. He's firing back gamely. He's given the Cuban Domadores victory, and they have guaranteed home advantage for the playoffs. The reigning world championship gold medalist Arlen Lopez. Hard-hitting punches from Lopez, and down goes Holovashenko. Vicious uppercut crashing through. Well, Holovashenko cutting a rather forlorn figure in his corner there. So Holovashenko retiring on his stool at the end of round 4. The Cuba Domadores lead 4-0. Well, here comes the supremely talented Erislandi Savon, the nephew of the great Felix Savon. Wonderful variety from Savon, both body and head, arcing punches, straight punches. And Lisovyi really has no answer to the quality that he's being faced with here. So Erislandi Savon declared a unanimous points decision winner, and he completes a 5-0 whitewash for the home team Domadores. What a night here in Havana.
Back in Havana the following night, the triumphant Domadores took on a China Dragons side hoping to avoid the Group A wooden spoon. However, despite the party atmosphere, it was another night to forget for the visitors. Cuban stars Martinez Rabi, Roniel Iglesias and Pero Justi all registering knockout wins in a superb team performance to contend the Dragons to their third whitewash defeat of Season 6.
We gave our all in this match. We've reached the quarterfinals, and we do our best to be ready for them and reach the finals.
I always try and get the victory. We performed our best because we are tired of too many defeats. I think that I am now at my best moment to participate in the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. I will do my best, the performance that the people of Cuba expect from me. The knockout came not because I looked for it, it just appeared at that moment.
It's been a tough debut season for the Turkey Conquerors, but they ended their campaign on a high in Istanbul against the Ukraine Ottomans. With the Ottomans guaranteed to finish second in the group before the first bell rang, they could be forgiven for already having one eye on the quarterfinals. For the Conquerors, Serhat Güler was the star of the night as Turkey upset the form book to take a crucial 4-1 win in front of their delighted home support. At the end of the regular season, Group A looks like this. The Cuba Domodores and Ukraine Ottomans qualify for the knockout stages in first and second respectively. Turkey Conquerors claimed third place by just one bout over the bottom of the table China Dragons. In Group B, the battle for second place intensified as the USA Knockouts took on the Morocco Atlas Lions, knowing that anything less than a win would not be enough for qualification. However, adrift at the bottom of the group and without a win this season, the Atlas Lions put up little resistance as the USA scythed their way through their opponents. Not even 2015 AIBA World Champion Mohamed Rabi could halt the tide as the Knockouts raced to a 5-0 win. They had done all they could and now had to wait for the result of the other Group B fixture. Attention turned to Aguas Calientes and the meeting between the Mexico Guerreros and the undefeated British Lionhearts. Having swept all before them, the Lionhearts had already bagged top spot in the table and were guaranteed a home quarter-final. After a shaky start, the Mexico Guerreros were finishing strongly and knew a win would clinch them a place in the next round.
In a little over a minute, Fraser Clark has done it again. Fraser Clark makes it 2 out of 2 in the WSB. More importantly, he makes it 1-0 to the Lionhearts on the night. Can the Guerreros close the gap on the Lionhearts? I think he's having an impact. Another two-punch combination. Oh, big right hand. That wobbled him. And he is backing off again. Lovely uppercut from Arthur. Another big right hand. They've given it to Rodriguez. And that breathes life into the Guerreros challenge. Young man they call Apopsis up against Jack Bateson. And now they go toe-to-toe. Crowd loving it. We've got a very, very tight affair here. Oh, nice right hand that from Rojas. Bason's having his own success too, though. And now it's Bason who gets through. This is tit for tat. Oh, big left hand. Mexico sneak it just to the delight of the home fans. Armenta versus Pattinson then. Oh, lovely big strong right hand that from Armenta. Oh, lovely shot that from Pattinson, and again. A couple of big punches landing there from Armenta. It's the final surge that's going to seal the win and a place in the quarterfinals for Mexico. Mexico win this one, and importantly, they are on their way to the quarterfinals. This pair met in this very fixture 12 months ago. Nice left hand that from Delgado. Has he injured himself? What happened there? Yeah, the Hurtado's coming in. He's hurt his hand. The smile says it all for Lindolfo Delgado.
Thank you very much to Aguas Calientes. They support us a lot. Thank you very much for all your support. Go Mexico and go Linares.
Despite their first loss of the season, the British Lionhearts remain top of the group and will be at York Hall for their quarter-final. Mexico clinched second place by just 1 point from the USA Knockouts, whilst the Morocco Atlas Lions end a tough season, bottom of the table.
In contrast to the others, the final standings in Group C were already determined prior to the contest between the first-place Russian boxing team and the second-place Venezuela Caciques. However, that didn't stop an action-packed evening in Moscow as the Russians once again showcased their impressive credentials in the competition. Albert Caribbean and Andre Afanin, the pick of the bunch, as the Russians defeated the Caciques in a destructive performance to take a 4-1 victory.
I came to fight and to win. I came to show good boxing action. I trained a lot and was well prepared for this fight. I trained at home with my coaches who trained boxers who fought at an international level. We came to Moscow together to prepare for the fight, and I would like to thank them for all of their support. We will go further for our next fight.
The Argentina Condors have had a tough time on the road this season, and faced with the imperious Russian boxing team in Moscow, they knew they were in for a tough evening. True to form, the Russians dominated their Argentine counterparts, and despite a brave performance from the Condors, they fell to a 5-0 loss, as the Russians ended the regular season with an impressive 6 wins from 6 matches.
Before such an important fight at home, there were of course a lot of emotions. The home crowd deserves a nice fight, and it's a decisive bout because the next fight will already be in the quarter-finals, and our opponents will be very strong. My opponent was very good. Congratulations to him. He fights in the great South American boxing tradition, and he's fighting in a very professional manner. Thanks to my coaches, I was able to defeat this very difficult opponent.
With neither side able to qualify, the Rafako Hussars Poland and the Argentina Condors faced off as both sides attempted to end their difficult seasons on a high. And to the delight of the home support, it was the Hussars who turned the contest in their favour. While the Condors could hold their heads high after having their resolve tested to the full, the Rafako Hussars won every bout on the way to a memorable 5-0 victory. Those results confirm the standings for Group C. The Russian boxing team finishes unbeaten, top of the table, and are rewarded with a home quarter-final. The Caciques Venezuela will be flying the flag for the South Americans in the knockout stage, while we say goodbye to the Argentina Condors and the Rafako Hussars Poland.
With both sides assured of progression, it now became about bragging rights in that crucial home quarter-final as Season 5 champions the Astana Arlans met impressive newcomers the Uzbek Tigers. Could the Tigers upset their illustrious opponents in their own backyard?
Really only one scoreline will do, and that's winning 4-1. What a tough ask for Kazakhstan if they're to top the group. Oh, there's a cut. Yeah, shame. He's disappointed. You can understand why. What a moment for him, and what a start for the Astana Arlans, Kazakhstan. Confirmation of our next contest is going to be Shaibergenov against Gaipov. Highly entertaining and action-filled first round. You see little glimpses of talent from Gaipov, though. Shaibergenov very much on top again. Ah, that's better. Much better from Shaibergenov. Well, all three of the judges giving every single round to Shaibergenov. Weisbeck against Abdullayev coming up next at light heavy. Weisbeck punching sharply to head and body. Abdullayev might just have to weather this early storm. A couple of crunching left hands get through from Rizbek. Oohs and ahs from the crowd after that one landed. Every round on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards means it's a comprehensive points win for Armin Rizbek. Kamshabek Kunkabayev with a chance to seal the deal for the Astana Arlans, Kazakhstan. And Abdullayev has struggled on his debut to get close here. And already Kunkabayev seemingly in control. Well, that was clever from Kunkabayev. A comprehensive win for Kamshabek Kunkabayev.
Season 6 ended on a high for the Puerto Rico Hurricanes as they finally registered a first win of the season against the Azerbaijan Baku Fires. The move of location to Mexico didn't seem to hamper the Hurricanes as they pushed the pace of the contest from the off. A gutsy team performance took the Puerto Rican franchise over the line as they claimed a surprise 3-1 win. The win for the Astana Arlands means the reigning champions top the standings and continue their quest to retain the title. Newcomers, the Uzbek Tigers, take the other qualification place after an impressive debut season. Unfortunately for the Puerto Rico Hurricanes, their win was too little, too late. The quarter-final draw looks like this. Cuba Domadores take on local rivals the Mexico Guerreros in the first quarter-final. The Lionhearts face a tough task against the Ukraine Ottomans. Russian boxing team will look to keep their unbeaten streak going against the Uzbek Tigers, while Season 5 champions, the Astana Arlands, go head-to-head with the Venezuela Caciques. As we march towards the finals, remember, all fights are shown live on the WSB website, and don't forget to check out our social media platforms for even more action.